What if the next person you talk to isn't a person at all? What if the voice answering your questions, the face smiling back at you, the eyes making perfect eye contact, belong to a machine? Not a cold, metallic robot from science fiction, but a hyper-realistic social robot that listens, learns, and responds almost exactly like a human being. This is no longer a futuristic concept. Realistic social robots are here, and they are quietly reshaping the way we work, care, communicate, and live. The question is no longer will robots become human-like. The real question is, are we ready for them? For decades, robots were built for factories, strong, precise, tireless machines designed to assemble cars and lift heavy parts. They were powerful but emotionally empty. Today, however, we are witnessing a completely different revolution. Engineers, AI researchers, neuroscientists, and designers are working together to build social robots, machines designed not just to perform tasks, but to interact with humans in natural, emotional, and meaningful ways. These robots are designed to understand speech, recognize facial expressions, interpret tone of voice, and even respond with appropriate emotional expressions of their own. What makes modern social robots so different is the fusion of advanced artificial intelligence with realistic physical design. Powered by large language models and deep learning systems, these robots can hold conversations that feel surprisingly natural. They can remember previous interactions, adapt to different personalities, and improve over time. Their faces are built with flexible synthetic skin, tiny motors that replicate muscle movements, and cameras that track eye movement. When they smile, it looks intentional. When they pause before answering, it feels thoughtful. The line between programmed response and genuine presence becomes increasingly blurred. One of the biggest breakthroughs driving this transformation is conversational AI. In the past, robots could only respond to specific commands. Today, AI systems allow them to engage in open-ended dialogue. They can answer complex questions, tell stories, explain concepts, and even show empathy. When combined with speech recognition and emotional analysis, social robots can detect if someone sounds stressed, confused, or happy and adjust their tone accordingly. This emotional intelligence simulation is what makes them feel less like machines and more like companions. Realistic social robots are already being used in healthcare. In elderly care facilities, these robots provide companionship to seniors who may feel lonely or isolated. They can remind patients to take medication, guide them through physical therapy exercises, and even monitor vital signs. More importantly, they offer conversation. Studies show that loneliness can have serious health effects, and social robots are being designed to reduce that emotional gap. While they do not replace human caregivers, they act as supportive assistants that are available 24/7. In hospitals and clinics, humanoid robots are assisting with patient check-ins, answering frequently asked questions, and providing basic medical guidance. This reduces the workload on staff and improves efficiency. Some robots are even being used in therapy sessions for children with autism, helping them practice social interaction skills in a safe and controlled environment. Because robots are predictable and non-judgmental, children often feel more comfortable engaging with them. Education is another powerful area of transformation. Social robots are entering classrooms as teaching assistants. They can explain lessons, answer student questions, and personalize learning experiences. Imagine a robot that understands how a specific student learns best and adapts its teaching style accordingly. With AI-driven analytics, robots can track progress and identify weaknesses, offering targeted support. In language learning, robots can provide immersive conversation practice without fear of embarrassment. They become patient tutors that never get tired. In customer service, realistic humanoid robots are appearing in hotels, airports, and shopping centers. They greet guests, provide directions, answer inquiries, and assist with bookings. Unlike traditional kiosks, these robots use natural conversation and body language, making interactions feel more personal. Businesses see this as a way to combine automation with human-like engagement. The goal is not just efficiency, but experience. But beyond practical applications, something deeper is happening. Social robots are challenging our understanding of connection. Humans are wired to respond to faces, voices, and expressions. When a robot mirrors these cues convincingly, our brains react almost automatically. We may intellectually know it's a machine, yet emotionally respond as if it were alive. This psychological phenomenon raises fascinating questions. Can attachment to robots be healthy? Can machines fulfill emotional roles traditionally reserved for humans? Some researchers believe that social robots could help address global issues like loneliness, mental health support, and accessibility. For individuals who live alone or struggle with social anxiety, a robot companion might provide a bridge to greater confidence and connection. In remote areas where access to professionals is limited, robots could offer basic counseling support powered by AI analysis. However, this future is not without challenges. One major concern is ethics. If robots become highly realistic, how do we ensure transparency? People should always know whether they are interacting with a human or a machine. Deception, even unintentional, could damage trust. There is also the question of emotional manipulation. If a company designs a robot that can build emotional bonds with customers, could that bond be exploited for profit? Privacy is another serious issue. Social robots rely on cameras, microphones, and data processing systems to function effectively. They collect voice patterns, facial expressions, behavioral data, and personal preferences. Protecting this data is critical. Without strong cybersecurity measures, the risks could outweigh the benefits. There is also the economic dimension. As robots take on roles in service, education, and healthcare, what happens to human jobs? While many experts argue that robots will assist rather than replace humans, there is no doubt that automation will reshape labor markets. The challenge lies in ensuring that humans remain central to decision-making and creative processes, while robots handle repetitive or supportive tasks. Technologically, we are still in the early stages. Although modern social robots are impressive, they are not conscious. They do not possess true emotions or their empathy is simulated through algorithms trained on massive data. Yet, as machine learning models grow more advanced, the realism will continue to improve. The next generation of robots may have even more fluid movement, more nuanced expressions, and deeper conversational abilities. Imagine walking into your home and being greeted by a humanoid assistant that not only manages your schedule, but also senses your mood and adjusts the environment accordingly. It dims the lights if you seem stressed, plays calming music, and reminds you of positive goals. It discusses news with you, helps your children with homework, and monitors home security all while engaging in natural conversation. In workplaces, robots could become collaborative teammates. Instead of tools, they would function as interactive partners. They might participate in brainstorming sessions, analyze market data in real time, and present findings with human-like delivery. Meetings could include both human and robotic participants working together seamlessly. Culturally, realistic social robots will influence art, entertainment, and media. Movies and virtual experiences may feature robotic actors indistinguishable from humans. Interactive storytelling could involve AI characters that adapt narratives based on audience emotions. Museums may use humanoid guides that personalize tours based on visitor interests. But perhaps the most profound shift will be philosophical. When machines can mimic human behavior so convincingly, we are forced to examine what truly makes us human. Is it emotion, consciousness, creativity, imperfection? Social robots reflect our own traits back to us. Like technological mirrors, they are built from our data, trained on our conversations, shaped by our expressions. In a way, they are digital extensions of humanity. The speed of development is accelerating. Advances in robotics hardware, neural networks, edge computing, and battery efficiency are converging. Companies and research institutions across the world are investing billions into humanoid robotics. What once took decades now evolves within years. Prototypes quickly become commercial products. Experimental labs become production facilities. Public perception is also evolving. Earlier generations viewed robots as either dangerous threats or unrealistic fantasies. Today, exposure to AI assistants, smart devices, and conversational systems has normalized machine interaction. As comfort increases, adoption becomes easier. The transition from screen-based AI to physical AI is the next logical step. Still, society must navigate this transition carefully. Regulations must keep pace with innovation. Ethical guidelines should define acceptable uses. Developers must prioritize safety, transparency, and human well-being. Social robots should enhance human life, not replace meaningful relationships or manipulate vulnerable individuals. The future of human-like AI is not about creating artificial humans. It is about building intelligent systems that understand us better, assist us more naturally, and integrate into our world responsibly. Realistic social robots are tools but tools, with faces, voices, and personality. That combination makes them uniquely powerful. As we stand at this turning point, we are witnessing the birth of a new category of technology machines designed for social presence. They are no longer confined to factories or hidden inside apps. They stand in front of us, look into our eyes, and speak our language. They learn from our behavior and adapt to our needs. They blur the boundary between digital intelligence and physical reality. The real transformation is not just technological, it is relational. Our interaction with machines is becoming more human-like, and in response, our expectations are changing. We want technology that understands context, emotion, and nuance. We want assistance that feels intuitive rather than mechanical. Social robots are the embodiment of that desire. In the coming years, we may see households, schools, hospitals, and businesses integrating humanoid robots as naturally as smartphones were integrated over the past decade. What feels extraordinary today could feel ordinary tomorrow. Children growing up with social robots may see them as normal companions rather than futuristic marvels. The ultimate question remains: how will we define the relationship between humans and intelligent machines? Will robots become trusted partners, reliable assistants, and supportive companions? Or will we struggle with boundaries, ethics, and identity? One thing is certain: the era of realistic social robots has begun. They are not perfect, they are not conscious, but they are advancing at a pace that demands attention. The future of human-like AI is unfolding in real time, and we are the generation witnessing its arrival. As these machines continue to evolve, the responsibility rests with us to guide their development wisely, to ensure they serve humanity rather than overshadow it, to embrace innovation while protecting what makes us uniquely human. Realistic social robots are here. They can see, they can listen, they can respond, and with every improvement, they come one step closer to seamless integration into our daily lives. The future is not about humans versus machines. It is about humans and machines working together in ways we once only imagined. And whether we feel excited, cautious, or curious, one truth remains undeniable: the age of human-like AI has officially begun.